If you recall last week, I told you that I was going to go to the effort. I committed to you that I was going to go to the effort of securing a bar of some sort that might be a substitute on some level for the ridiculous number of candy bars I consume.
Yeah, and so Snickers bars to be exact.
Yeah, Snickers. Whatchamacallits are high on that list too, man.
Oh, are they? I was not aware of that. I have not heard you mention that because Snickers was the staple of your diet.
Well, it was for a while, but I needed some variety, and but
that's not a bad thing.
I was hoping to go on. I was hoping to go on and write a book about the Snickers diet. You know what I mean? Like when I got away with all this, but yeah, it might just turn into the candy diet, or it might turn into this. I don't know if you can see this or not. It's
I can see it. What is chocolate mint chip, which is exactly what you were looking for. Who told you about this? Number one, was it our trusty friend that we referred to last week?
Artificial intelligence did lead me in the direction of some options when it came to the, suitable substitute, protein-oriented substitute that included mint. This was the top
on the list.
It was.
This is the top. Okay.
There might have been maybe one or two others that included mint, but they were a little bit more difficult to secure. So anyway, this one it says it brags about 12 grams of plant protein, 1 gram of sugar.
Okay.
It says it has brain nutrients. This is stuff that is inconsistent with every value that I have when it comes to food. But I'm actually going to try this in front of you to prove my level of dedication. I even trusted AI. I'm trusting you. You said that there's been advances in these things. I told you they were gross, 25 years ago. So here we go.
Well, hold on. Before you stuff your face right here on camera, I need to know.
It's going to be a small bite. It's going to be a small.
Yes, the initial one will be small. Hopefully, we can progress from there.
I'm slowly dipping my toes in the water here.
If you spit it into the camera, I can guarantee more views. Okay, that would be a great way to end this. Possibly.
Wow.
Pretty much. But let me ask you this. Before you conduct this experiment live on the air, what I need to know is, give me the breakdown. You told me there's 1 gram of sugar. What's everything else in there? Calories? What's the fat? You said 12 grams of plant protein. What protein that I'll never consume a day in my life? What else? What else is in there?
170 calories.
Okay. All right.
Man, my eyes are getting old. Total fat appears to be 12 grams.
Okay, 12 grams of fat, 12 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, right? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the moment of truth. Are you ready? Because you have not tried this, am I correct?
It does say 10 grams of carbs on this. Why does it say 10 grams of carbs?
Is there fiber, a usable? What does it say underneath?
Okay, the fiber is 8 grams. So that's what.
Right. So it's yes. You subtract.
I can take away the fiber.
Yes.
Aspect of the carbs, right?
Yeah. There's only 2 grams of carbs in it.
That's amazing. Yes. So that's net carbs, correct? 2 grams of net carbs.
Yeah. Subtract fiber because you can't. That's not usable energy to the body.
I am really hopeful about this. You got me all geared up. I actually ordered this darn thing, and it came in a box of like 1 million of them. If I don't like them, I'm just going to be passing them out to people, strangers on the street. But I'm really hopeful because this could really be a game changer if somehow it works. If I could deal with it, and actually look forward to it, this is a life changer. But I also realized that I could be spitting this into the camera in 3 minutes.
It could be, but the good news is if you do spit it into the camera, you're going to immediately take the rest of the boxes that you have ordered and you're going to pass them out to people who are in the street that are in desperate need of food. So that way they can spit it out in the camera too. Hopefully we'll be able to get their first. Literally, I don't know that you want to be treating people who are looking for a decent meal with something that you would outright reject.
There's people out there that really need help, and I'm pretty sure I know they could stomach this no matter what it looks like or tastes like.
Okay,
here's the appearance of it. It looks like a chocolate bar. It's got a soft texture to it. It almost feels like one of those no-bake cookie type deal.
Does it have any green in it?
It appears brown. And,
the wrapper, I think, is the extent of it. But it's brown. It's brown, but it's mint. It's mint chocolate chip. Okay.
You see that? Okay?
All right. I see it. It doesn't look bad at all. I don't dislike the look of it. I don't.
Yeah. They've done a good job of
making it smell.
It does smell wonderfully minty. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
The smell is good. I'm impressed by the smell.
On a scale of 1 to 10, the look is a what?
Look is a 7.5.
Not bad. Not bad at all for one of those.
Yeah, I'm not like throwing it out based on the look. And then
what about the smell?
9.
9. It's got a lot to live up to, because if the flavor can be somewhere between that 9 and 7.5, we might have a winner.
We might. I'm afraid, but no fear, as we talk about frequently. No fear.
Okay, before you try this, all right, let's go ahead and take a barometer. We got to have a control group here, and the control group is your weekly stash of Snickers bars. So, what would you rate the look
compared to that?
No, just in general.
You want to do that? These poor people are going to get the worst advertising ever if I do. That's not even fair.
Okay. Are you telling me that the Snickers is 10 across the board?
I mean, I have to. Like, that's what I'm going, that's the drug I'm going to every darn week. So, 10, if it's not a 10 one day, I'm going to the whatchamacallit, and that's going to be the 10 that day.
Okay,
it's give or take,
9, 10.
That's a professionally designed drug of choice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I guess to expect this to be a 10 is probably not realistic.
Hey, the smell's a 9.
It is. So I'm hoping for like an 8.
That.
I really want an 8 bad. An 8 would do it.
An 8 would be a home run. An 8 is an 11.
It is. You're right.
Something like this with that many carbs in it, 2 grams of carbs per bar,
with the curve.
It would absolutely be a home run and a half.
I'm rooting so hard.
But so the smell is a 9. So now this is the moment of truth. You're actually going to try this for the very first time on the air.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to see your reaction.
Yeah.
And it could go from joy to violence it could be anywhere in between.
You're getting me nervous, man. I don't feel like violence is an answer to I feel like it's going to be either joy or disgust. You know what I mean?
Do you think you'll know right when you try it? Do you think that the moment that you take the first bite, it's going to be case closed? Or are you going to, sometimes something has a little time to grow on you. Maybe it takes 2 or 3 bites.
I'm willing to try my best to give it the shot it deserves. I do feel like it's got a very chewiness of texture. So there's probably going to have to be more than just a bite. It's going to have to be like one bite might do it, but it's going to have to be a fully chewed bite.
All right.
So, it could take a while, but I'm so nervous now, dude. This is like most build up for a bite of anything ever, but I will do it right now.
Well, let me tell you this. This is it. Like this is your shoot reaction. Everyone's going to see exactly what happens here for the very first time. You've never had this before. It's an experiment for everyone to see. It's going to be your analysis, your rating. your true reaction, and whether it's positive or negative, I'm going to enjoy every second of it. So, and hopefully you can say the same for yourself. So
cheers.
Here we go. I didn't like that look very much. Let's see. Wait a minute. It may be turning the corner. Right now I'm unsure. Oh, wait. That's a good sign. That's neutral. That's not so good. That's judiciously a 6.5. So what I'm detecting 6.5, 7 max. Right. I'm just by the facial expression alone. It wasn't looking good at the beginning. I was thinking 4, but then it looked like it improved to maybe a 7.
Yeah. I mean, I was just getting the feel for it. There was a moment of question there. And I think I went into this thinking I was going to taste the darn Snickers bar after all we talked about. You know what I mean? This right here is a step up solidly from what we had 25 years ago.
Okay. Well, you said that you said that 25 years ago, what you found, the mint chocolate chip version of whatever it is you were consuming was decent back then. Wasn't something that was the one you did not hate. So if we went from did not hate to an improvement, have we gotten to the point of I could actually eat this and take a sufficient amount of enjoyment out of it that it could become somewhat part of my diet from time to time?
I don't know. It's not, I don't feel like it is. I can guarantee this is not going to be, I'm not going to have 4 of these on Monday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to have 4 of these on Monday.
One on this episode.
But,
to be honest.
But if I really think about it, on a Monday, I might be able to rock 1 or 2 of these. You know, I might be able to cut. Yeah. Like if I cut from, 3 of those things and 1 of these, you know what I'm saying? Instead of 4.
Yeah.
That's a win, right? Like if I go
that's a huge win.
From 3 on Tuesday to 2.
Oh yeah.
And then 1 on Wednesday to just this. Like,
yes.
That's a win, right?
A huge win.
A huge win.
Yes.
For you, really?
Win for sure. Yeah, because I don't know what I don't know what the I will tell you right now.
The giant, 2-pack, if you want to call it that, of
Snickers giant 2-pack.
It's king size or something. I don't know what it is.
King size chocolate, Snickers milk chocolate candy. It's like a huge looking. Let me see if it's got does it actually have?
Look, I find myself going back to eat this. I will say that.
Well, according to this, it says servings per container 2. So one of those, which would be 2.
Right.
It says servings per container 2. So you have 2 of these. You have 1 bar. You have both of them. That counts as 1 for you. Right?
Yeah.
There's 2 of them inside the package of the Snickers. It's one
I eat both of them.
Has 2 of them. You eat both of them.
1.
You count that as 1.
That's 1. It's
I
1
count
pack.
It as 2, but you count it as 1.
It's 1 pack.
Which means 1 pack. Are you saying replace that with 1 pack of the Snickers with that?
I am. Like Monday,
okay, so
that does not seem daunting if I cut down to 3 and then just have this. Like I might have this as my first one or second one, and then I can go back to the crack.
Well, do you want to know what that would do for you?
Yeah, I do.
You would be having, if you had one of those, you'd be having 2 grams of carbs. Right? Of that one. The one
that's a nice sell. Yeah, that's a nice sell.
That's 2 grams of carbs. And you would be replacing the Snickers king size. And the Snickers king size would give you 58 grams of carbs. in one in both. So one would have half that, but it's you eat both and you count that as one.
And that's only one. So if I have 4 of those, that's doing some damage.
If you have every one of these, which on Monday, for example, you say Monday you'd have 4 of these, 4 normally king size. 4 of those king size would have 58 grams of carbs each. So that's 232 grams of carbs.
All right. And so does that
232 grams of carbs?
I know. But listen.
Let me repeat that. I haven't even accounted for the fat. It also has 22 grams of fat. So
I thought fat was a good thing.
Well, it is, but when you combine it with the carbs, it's not a very good thing at all. It's a good thing when low carbs are low, but when you put carbs and fat together, you're creating a recipe for disaster. You don't want to. That's what desserts are. That's why they taste so good. It's because they have abundance of carbs and fat all rolled into one. That's why we want to continuously eat them, because they taste so incredibly good. So if you're gonna end up having, in terms of fat, you're reducing the amount of fat and cutting in half basically by having one of those versus one of these Snickers. You're reducing the fat in half, but you're cutting the carbs from 58 grams to 2 grams. 56 grams of carbs you're saving. All sugar.
When you tell me I'm saving,
well, saving
it makes me feel like I want to go spend. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't. No, you are making that much more progress by simply making a substitution, because progress is what we're after.
We are.
So by making one simple switch, which is not abandoning them completely, unless we continue this search and find something suitable to take the place of more of those Snickers bars, that would be fantastic. But if we're talking one, that's going to make a big difference. Even just substituting one of those Snickers bars with that would make a big difference based on the numbers, for sure.